10 things you must remove to boost your growth. Let's get right into it. Number 1. Remove people who drain you. You know that one person who treats your energy like it's an all-you-can-eat buffet? They show up with a crisis, load their emotional plate, and vanish the moment you need a hand. We've all got at least one of those. And here's the thing. They don't just waste your time, they waste your spirit. Energy vampires aren't always bad people. Some are just emotionally messy. But if every interaction leaves you feeling tired, guilty, or anxious, that's not a friendship. That's a slow leak in your peace of mind. You keep patching the hole, and they keep poking new ones. The hardest part isn't cutting them off. It's accepting that you don't need to announce it. You don't owe a long speech, a goodbye text, or a public "I'm detoxing my circle" post. Just quietly stop showing up. Silence is a boundary. Disappearing is a decision. Because the truth is, you can't heal in the same environment that drains you. And no, walking away doesn't make you cold. It just means you finally learned that saving everyone else shouldn't cost you yourself. Number 2, let go of the someday habit. Someday I'll start my business. Someday I'll travel. Someday I'll get serious about my health. Guess what? Someday isn't on the calendar. It's just a polite way of saying never. Your brain loves this trick. It makes you feel productive while doing absolutely nothing. You get the dopamine hit of planning without the discomfort of starting. But here's the science. Your brain doesn't wait for motivation. It waits for movement. Action creates motivation, not the other way around. So, instead of waiting for the stars to align, do something tiny and ugly today. Write one paragraph. Walk for 10 minutes. Open that savings account. Momentum doesn't start with fireworks. It starts with a spark. Stop trying to feel ready. You won't. You just start, and readiness chases you. Because messy action beats perfect hesitation every single time. Number 3, stop explaining every choice you make. Let's be honest. You've probably spent hours explaining a decision to someone who wasn't paying your bills, living your life, or even listening properly. You justify your haircut, your job change, your silence, as if every personal move needs a PowerPoint presentation. But here's the secret. People who truly understand you don't need explanations. And the ones who demand them, they're usually trying to regain control over you. Your life isn't a democracy. You don't have to get everyone's approval before choosing peace. Sometimes, the most powerful thing you can say is nothing. When someone asks, "Why did you stop hanging out?" you can just smile and say, "I outgrew it." Short, clean, final, no debate. Your energy is currency. Don't spend it convincing others to respect your boundaries. Live your choices. Let your peace be the you. Explanation. Number 4. Eliminate the habit of comparing yourself to others. Comparison is a thief, and it robs you blind while you scroll. You see someone's new car, new body, new house, and suddenly your perfectly fine day feels inadequate. But you're comparing your behind the scenes to someone else's highlight reel. Most of what you see online isn't even real. People edit their lives like movie trailers, short, polished, and missing all the boring, painful parts. You don't see the debt behind the designer bag, the fights behind the smiling selfies, or the loneliness behind the luxury. When you compare, you disconnect from your own timeline. Your growth slows down because your energy is busy watching someone else's race. So, here's the fix. Unfollow anyone who triggers envy instead of inspiration. Mute the noise. Focus on your lane. You'll be amazed how peaceful life gets when you stop measuring it against other people's illusions. Remember, you're not behind, you're just becoming. Number 5, remove the poor me mindset. Let's be honest, life can hit you like a truck sometimes. People hurt you, plans fall apart, things you thought were certain suddenly crumble. Pain is real, but staying in that pain forever? That's a choice your mind keeps making long after reality has moved on. When you constantly tell yourself, "Why me?" you trap your brain in a loop of helplessness. It's like replaying a sad movie every day and expecting a happy ending to suddenly appear. Your brain adapts to the stories you feed it, so if you keep feeding it victim mode, it starts believing that's who you are. Here's the truth. Everyone has scars. Some just wear them differently. The moment you stop asking, "Why did this happen to me?" and start asking, "What can I learn from this?" that's the moment you take your power back. You're not weak for falling. You're strong for standing up again, quietly, with no need to prove anything. Rewrite your story, one brave decision at a time. Number 6, cut off the need to win every argument. Your ego loves being right. It's addicted to the rush of saying, I told you so. But here's the trap. When you make being right more important than being at peace, you end up arguing with people who were never listening to understand you anyway. Some arguments are like quicksand. The more you fight, the deeper you sink. And when you finally win, you realize you lost something else. Your calm, your energy, your time. Sometimes, silence is the most intelligent reply. Let them believe what they want. The truth doesn't need your defense, it stands on its own. Walking away doesn't make you weak. It means you have learned to choose peace over pride. Your mental space is sacred. Protect it from the endless noise of unnecessary battles. Not everything deserves your explanation or your reaction. Number 7. Clear out the clutter around you. Your environment mirrors your mind. If your room's a mess, chances are your thoughts are too. That pile of laundry, the unread messages, the dusty shelf, they're not just things. They're decisions you've postponed. Every object you keep carries a tiny bit of mental weight. So when you clear your space, you're not just cleaning, you're creating room for clarity. Start small. Delete those old screenshots you'll never look at. Let go of clothes that don't feel like you anymore. Throw away the stuff that belongs to an older version of you, the one you've already outgrown. When your space breathes, your mind follows. Less clutter means fewer distractions, fewer excuses, and more peace. Minimalism isn't about owning nothing. It's about not being owned by what you have. Number 8. Let go of fake urgency. You ever notice how everything today feels like an emergency? Every email says urgent, every message has ASAP, and your phone keeps buzzing like the world might collapse if you don't check it right now. Spoiler alert, it won't. Your nervous system isn't built for this constant fire alarm. All those pings and notifications are training your brain to live in panic mode, even when nothing's actually wrong. You rush to reply, to fix, to prove you're on top of things, but at the end of the day, you just feel drained and empty. Here's the truth. Not everything needs your instant response. Most things can wait. The people who truly respect you won't vanish because you took an hour or even a day to respond. So slow down, breathe, take back control of your time instead of letting every buzz decide how you live. Real urgency is rare. The rest is noise pretending to be important. When you stop reacting to everything, you finally have space to focus on what actually matters. Number 9, stop overthinking everything. Let's face it, your brain loves to complicate things. You'll replay a conversation 12 times, imagine every worst-case scenario, and create entire movies in your head that no one else is watching. Overthinking feels productive, but it's actually just fear wearing a lab coat. It looks smart but does nothing useful. You don't gain clarity by thinking more. You gain it by doing something, anything. You won't think your way into confidence, you'll act your way there. Send that text. Apply for that job. Speak up. Even if it's messy, even if it's wrong, at least it's movement. Action gives your brain feedback. Overthinking gives it anxiety. Remember, the more you sit still, the louder your fears get. Once you start moving, they quiet down because they finally realize you're in charge. Stop trying to predict life like it's a test with one right answer. It's not. It's trial and error. And the only real mistake is doing nothing at all. Number 10. Remove the need to please everyone. Let's be real, you can be the ripest, juiciest peach in the world, and someone will still say they hate peaches. People-pleasing is a silent trap. It feels kind, but it slowly teaches you to trade your peace for approval. Every time you say yes when you mean no, a tiny piece of you disappears. You shrink a little to fit someone else's comfort zone. You smile when you're exhausted, agree when you're uneasy, and eventually forget what you actually want. Being kind doesn't mean being available to everyone. Boundaries are not selfish, they're self-respect. The moment you realize you don't owe everyone access to your time, your energy, or your peace, you'll feel a strange sense of freedom. Say no without guilt. You don't need to earn rest, silence, or solitude. The right people will respect your limits, and the wrong ones will reveal themselves when you set them. Either way, you win. That's all for today. I'll be making similar videos in the future. Subscribe to see them.